Mike Michalski. That is his Question Mark and the Mysterians cover band, I believe. They will be coming to a suburb near you. I'm very excited about that. Kevin Burgess joins me. How are you, sir? Happy Tuesday.
Doing well. It feels like a Monday, but it's actually a Tuesday. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Hey,
Dennis.
That doesn't sound cool at all.
You are one step behind paradise, my friend.
What, more Mondays?
Well, tomorrow is going to feel like a Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday, which means Thursday is going to feel like a Friday.
Yeah.
And then Friday, it'll actually...
No, Thursday's going to feel like a Wednesday.
Thursday's
You
going
guys
to feel
are
like a
confusing
Wednesday,
me.
but then it'll be Friday, and
You're
going to
wake
like
up
a
Saturday
Thursday,
thinking you got to go to work.
But
and
what's-
then I won't, so it'll be an amazing surprise.
What's today?
Today's Tuesday.
Today
in
is
reality.
Tuesday.
But it is Monday.
It feels
somehow.
like Monday for me.
Here's the good news. It feels like Wednesday to me, and I'm halfway there. I feel great, except that I feel terrible, namely because I'm now an old man. I'm gonna have to curb this this behavior that you guys have been setting me out on some sordid adventures, and I mean sordid for all the good reasons. I've made new
I
friends.
mean, organized.
Yes, that precisely. So I don't mean to
That's a
speak.
quest.
Yeah, and may we give the people just a sample of what we've been up to. We'll start with. I think we're going to start with you getting the very firm and capable fingers of a gentleman yesterday. Went to work on your tortured muscles, correct?
Yes, the lower back and the neck region is where I carry a lot of my stress.
Is it?
Dr. Nick, Complete Chiropractic and Rehab here in Evanston.
Nick? Oh,
Dr. Nick.
So glorious. So
Yeah.
glorious. Did he tell you that the knee bone's connected to the back thing or
Hi,
something like that?
everybody.
Was he rubbing a piece of chicken on a piece of paper?
No, he was rubbing a lot of people, though, man. A lot of people are taking advantage of that free 5-minute massage. That he
How was that
giving
not
out.
being exploited to, go back of the line, right back up, back of the line?
Boy.
Was there nobody doing that?
Well, what was... No, because once all the golfers, including Frenchie, went out onto the course,
Right.
it was just me and like 6 other people. Most of the volunteers from EPFF
So
were
you
hanging out
had
there.
time to kill.
Yeah, between recording some, recording some drops for the commercials, letting everybody know, letting the people know where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of goofing off.
Yeah, I really enjoyed yesterday with our buddy Jim Gordon and the rest of the folks at Evanston Police and Fire Foundation, other friends of Fire and Police. Great time at Canal Shores. Looking forward to doing it again next year. Raised money for just one of the greatest causes here in this community.
Yep.
And can't wait to do any event for those guys again. That's really my favorite thing. The cool people going to a great cause. I still want to know when I get to play with who's the dog. What's his name again?
Ronnie,
Ronnie the police dog.
I haven't
got to
seen
run with Ronnie the police dog.
you love dogs,
I do. A lot.
but you don't have one.
No. You know why?
Why?
Because I live in the city. I live on the second floor of a 2-flat, and I just don't think that I can give he or she or it the
Okay.
proper attention. I guess I could get a little tiny dog, but I like the medium size or the big dogs. And spaniels. I'm a spaniel guy.
Yeah.
Because I grew up, places where they don't have things like leash laws, stuff like that. Where
Okay.
you can run.
What is it? Any dog under 25 pounds is a cat?
No.
Isn't that?
So it,
20.
I guess
20.
They could kind of
That's
do their own thing.
practically a cat.
So look, next hour we will. Speaking of my love of dogs and all animals, we will talk.
Nice segue.
Thank you. We will talk to Dr. Jan Pohl of Nat Geo Wild, just one of my favorite shows, The Incredible Dr. Pohl. You know what this means? We're gonna have to talk to Caesar Milan at some point. I love Caesar. You don't know the dog whisperer?
Yeah. That's
No,
the
I
guy.
know exactly.
Okay.
I've talked to Caesar Milan before.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's nice.
And if you see him in person, you will actually see him about a day and a half before he shows up in your presence because the gleam from his teeth will hit you first. Seriously, I've never seen anybody who has teeth whitened just like that.
Yeah.
Or quite like that. Well, let's hear a little bit of what we had to do this weekend. This is a mix here of yours truly and Mr. Burgess here between Argus and Canal Shores, which was yesterday. French and Friends, 1590 WCGO. Take it, Kaylee. Kaylee, come on, girl.
You're listening to French and Friends.
This is Kevin Burgess reporting live from the Evanston Police and Fire Foundation 4th Annual Golf Extravaganza. And right now, I am being worked over. They've got a booth set up giving 5-minute free massages.
Please come see our friends here at Argus Brewery, 11. Dude, I can't say it. How pathetic.
11314 South Front Avenue in Chicago.
All right, and I will
That's bad.
testify that he is doing a good job. This is Kevin Burgess reporting from Canal Shores Golf Course for the 4th Annual Evanston Police and Fire Foundation. I am joined, of course, by Daniel French. Now, Daniel, you just came off the golf course.
Yes.
How are you feeling about your performance right now?
I just want to give it up to my family and to God for seeing me through this. I think we're going to do all right. We put everything we had. We left it out there on the course. Kevin. And just feeling really good the way we represented it today, Kevin. The things I do for you, I'm willing to make a complete and utter mockery of myself for you. Now can we check the real world for a second?
Sure.
I'm kind of embarrassed. No, I'm a lot embarrassed.
Okay. About how you golfed yesterday?
That, my post-game speech, my drunkenness.
French and Friends.
Chicago FOP President Dean Angelo says they're still waiting to see a copy of the Inspector General's investigation into the police shooting of Laquan McDonald by Officer Jason Van Dyke.
The ultimate goal here is to restore trust.
Man,
in
these
the
cops
police
are going to sue too,
department and to
saying
also
their civil
restore,
rights have been abused.
Trust with the community.
Back in October, the
your
National
girl.
Enquirer said I would be dead in 6 months.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
So with every breath I take, I feel like it's a
You have a new lease on life.
Yeah.
What the hell do you have to lose? Give me a chance. I'll
guy.
straighten it out. I'll straighten it out.
Hilarious.
Can you open this jar of pickles? This has not been tampered with. This is...
It's a pretty good gag, man.
Yeah.
She is something else.
You're listening to French and Friends.
The other one I like there was when she talks about using Snapchat. She mentioned that, and then she said on Kimmel last night that maybe she should use FaceTime instead of email. You got to respect that. I mean, her ability to just throw it right back in your face.
Yeah.
I mean, she's tough. Tough gal. That's your future president, my friend.
I've been saying it for a year.
I know. You're totally right. Dennis.
Yes.
What is this thing that I'm staring at? It's red and black. Good colors for me. What is that?
That is
looks
our,
like a joystick.
Those are our new cameras, man.
Camera.
Yeah.
That's a camera I'm looking at?
That's a camera you're looking at right
How awkward
there.
do I look?
I don't know. Let me check.
Wow. So wait a minute.
Pretty awkward.
We've got a television studio basically here now?
Absolutely. Built it this morning, man.
It's beautiful. These cameras are beautiful. Kevin has one. Does Mike have one on him too?
Not yet.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think it's for the best.
You know why that is? Because he would embarrass us. His good looks, he would just make us look so pedestrian.
People would just be cropping out the rest of the image. It's not fair to you guys.
How do people see it?
YouTube.
YouTube.
1590 WCGO has a YouTube channel.
Excellent.
And we go live
Yes.
on there. And then once it's done, you can go back and listen to it.
Excellent.
I'm glad this station has finally caught up to 2010.
Well, hey,
We keep working on it.
Well, and the other thing is too, if it's kind of like a DVR as well.
Yeah.
So like if you get to YouTube and you're a little bit behind the show, you can actually go back and listen to the beginning of the show as it goes. And then once it's done, it just re-archives. And then and you can actually live chat with us too right now.
Through YouTube
Awesome.
or
Through
on
YouTube.
Facebook? I had no idea you could do that. So
Through YouTube. So you can actually just pull it up on your phone right now, look at us, and say, wow, camera 3 looks amazing.
Which one's
Is it-
camera 3?
That must be
I
him.
don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, I thought he was gonna. There was some sort of joke about how he's
I
on
built
camera
it this
three.
morning. I can't really. I haven't had time to make notes.
So we set you out on this endeavor when we started with Facebook Live, and Facebook Live had some limitations, at least at this point, where you can only have one camera. We were using a phone. It was just kind of awkward. The audio was suspect. So now we're running all of the show audio, which is our bread and butter, through the YouTube, so you can hear us in full throttle.
Yeah, you can hear us crystal clean. In fact, that's what this guy is right here. So
that's a
anything
mic.
we
That looks
hear,
like a lightsaber.
So anything we hear in the studio, you guys will actually hear.
So in
you'll
my
hear all of
headphones-
Mike's cues and everything like that. So it's in studio.
Wow.
It's like you're a part of the show.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also during the commercial breaks, you get to hear and see the things that go on around then.
Right? So you mean there will be profanity at
Absolutely,
times?
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
not because of me.
But the
Kevin's
best part
salty.
is it's instant archiving.
Good.
So once we are done streaming, that's it. It just goes right up to the archive.
Well, do me a favor there, social media master.
Yes, sir.
Have you linked up at our Everyday with French and Friends Facebook page
I posted
to let
it on WCGO.
Okay.
I tasked Kevin to do the other side.
Well, I can do the other one too.
I'm working on that right
go
now.
ahead and,
Actually.
Okay.
Go ahead and blast it out. I mean, heck, we're already getting comments.
Wait a
now.
minute. We're going to put the people on blast? Is that what you're suggesting?
No, they're blasting us.
I'm sorry. Mike just gave me that smirk like, dude, that's not funny at all. No. It made him laugh. Okay.
Phrasing.
That's all I care about. So, are they going to hear Kevin Burgess's award-winning sports reports in full stereo?
Absolutely. Well, full mono.
Oh, well, full mono. That's cool. Mono sounds just
It's
as
one
good.
really powerful channel.
Nobody really knows what that means anymore, do
That's
they?
our next motto for
Unless you're audiophiles?
WCGO. One really powerful channel.
Yeah. Well, this all dovetails nicely into my long-term goal, which is bringing music back to AM radio.
There you go.
I know that this is a very small group that is waging this campaign with me.
And you have the frequency to do it. Like, if you notice, 1590...
Me personally or one? A person?
1590
Okay.
is a high enough frequency that we can send more information out per second.
Are you serious?
Than anybody else. Yeah, that's why everybody lower on the dial sounds muddled.
But they go farther, usually. I don't think that's true, personally, because when
we go further because we're a more powerful stick.
Right. Yeah, I've always heard that that they were, but I used to be able to listen to a Nashville station when I lived in New Orleans, and I can hear us, easily, 100 miles inside of
Look
Indiana.
at it as a sample rate. You want a higher sample rate, you want a higher resolution for something you watch and listen to.
Okay.
1590 at the top of the dial.
Okay, so that's what we have to promote now. YouTube, 1590 WCGO is where you can
Absolutely.
watch us right now, and obviously always on Facebook at the same, and then every day with French and Friends.
Absolutely.
Okay, are we gonna talk to Mr. Wilson? Is he here yet? Do we know? We got to talk about.
I've already checked during the commercial.
Okay, we got to talk about the Fifth Ward Festival here in Evanston.
Absolutely.
Which is, I believe, this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Second hour, tons of guests. One's a look back at this weekend at Argus Brewery with me. We're going to talk to Dr. Jan Pohl and then Melissa Smith to round out the hour. French and Friends, 1590 WCGO. If you want to join, 847-475-1590, 847-475-1590.
Don't let uninvited guests spoil your summer.
That entire segment.
Was it?
Talking about, well, specifically you. Talking about all the different guests we've got on.
Okay, good.
Recapping the weekend.
I'm struggling.
That was perfect. I hope you come in this sick every day then, because you did great.
Well, you know what? Just for you, I'm going to drink the rest of my beer tonight then. No. I got to get back out to playing soccer or sweating somehow.
When's the last time you played soccer?
It's been easy 6 weeks, which means that everything I did up until then, gone. I'm going to be needing a lung transplant after 30 minutes.
I'm going ice skating after this, Holmes.
Hey, that's cool.
I'm going to Robert Crown.
I can't do it. I mean, I can stay up, but I can't, really skate. I can stay upright. That's it. Hey, how are you?
How you doing, sir? Kevin. Nice to meet you. Go ahead and have a seat right here in the middle there.
I'm gonna hop on the edge, and then you are.
In fact, we'll do the work
You're right here in the middle with us.
Sounds like a plan. At 844-900-GROW and get our free business growth evaluation. We're so
Yeah, we got a lot more wires than usually. Just put these cameras in today.
The YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in love with guys who's techie.
Oh yeah, you techie too?
I try to be.
Yeah.
I'm an old techie.
I love the analog stuff, man. This.
That's the way analog stuff is pure.
If you there's a cool place if you like stereos and all, like the big audio cabinets and stuff like that. There's a guy, Devon and Wayne, like between Clark and Sheridan, off Devon. He's got a place called Audio Archaeology, which he just restores. Like, did you see these old radios out there? Those aren't done, but that guy does that. But he gets them perfect, back to order. And then what he'll do is this: he'll stick on the inside a little Bluetooth thing, so you can play stuff off your phone on your old cabinet.
Wow, that's
pretty awesome.
Yeah, you just talked me into it.
Yeah, check him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Well, good. Hey, when you see him, tell him that French sent you, and he's going to need to give me a 10% commission. Hey, the prices are pretty good.
I got you.
But for real, for like 400, anything from like 300 for a small one, 400. I mean, they're beautiful, up to maybe like 1,500 stuff like that. I haven't got one yet.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get one.
I need one.
The sound is a lot warmer. Digital has something missing.
I'm not an Eagles fan. In fact, I hate the Eagles. But the dude that what's his name?
Guitar player?
Walsh.
Walsh, yeah.
He came out with an album a couple years ago called Analog Man. It's all about the digital age, and man, just give me the old stuff. Anyway, Fifth Ward Festival. I didn't get your title, sir. I'm sorry.
I'm Lonnie Wilson. I know
you're Lonnie Wilson.
I'm an activist, and I'm also
Many of you listening to this right now. And
one of the committee members for the Fifth Ward
will be
Festival.
passed on to your children after you, probably with higher
So
fees,
we'll kind of wing it.
because
Every
most
question you
timeshare
ask me,
contracts last for perpetuity. But
Thanks for coming in.
Well, I live in Chicago. So first thing I'm going to do is ask you where the Fifth Ward is. So,
okay.
What's Fifth Ward Evanston?
I know that.
That will get you out of your
Well,
timeshare
I'll give you the boundaries that I remember.
Cool.
and forever.
It's Lake
Read the
Street,
reviews, then call
Ridge Avenue.
exit and schedule your free consultation. They'll
Tell me
review
when we
your
get on.
contract
Kevin, you
and
got
let know
sports
your
ready? We'll do
options.
sports.
Don't
You need me to bump?
Another maintenance fee to hit.
How about we start with sports?
You got it.
Is that cool with you, Kevin?
Yeah, that's
stand
cool.
by.
You can do that.
Online,
Did the Cubs win?
I don't know.
timeshareexitteam.com.
This is Coach Stu of the Chicago Bandits.
I'm Chicago Bandits pitcher Lacey Waldrop.
Megan Blank.
I'm Michelle Gascoigne. Chicago Bandits pitcher Morgan Foley.
And you're listening to 1590 WCGO Chicago.
French and Friends. To join the conversation, call right now. 847-475-1590.
That's your sign, bud.
That's the sign.
Kevin Burgess, did you hear the roar from the crowd underneath that tent when I told them last night that Midwest Sportscaster of the Year, Kevin Burgess, had just won that raffle? They went crazy for you. You know why?
Why?
Because you give the best sports reports on AM radio, at least.
In the Chicagoland area, I believe that is accurate. This is your Chicago Sports 90 on 1590 WCGO Chicago, brought to you by Naperville Mosquito Control. John Lester got his 14th win of the season, and Chris Bryant went deep for the 32nd time this year as the Cubs beat the Padres 5-1 in San Diego. Chicago goes for the sweep tonight with Jake Arrieta getting the start. After taking 2 or 3 games against the A's over the weekend, White Sox got yesterday off. Now they welcome the Phillies to U.S. Cellular Field for the first time since 2004. What's happened since 2004? Both teams have won a World Series, and both teams are going to miss the postseason this year.
Yeah.
So how about that? Recently, Chicago will try for their 3rd win in a row with Carlos Rodon taking the mound for the Sox. And our Chicago Bandits face off against their arch nemesis, the U3SA Pride, in the 3rd and final game of their MPF Championship Series down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It all comes down to tonight's game.
I hear Little Rock's a fine town.
For the Coles Cup.
Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. Coverage starts on CBS Sports at 7 p.m. tonight. Check it out. Show your Bandits some love, just like we did all season long, man.
Yeah.
Go Bandits, defending the Coles Cup tonight.
And you know what? There will actually be a team sport that's really worth watching in the next Olympics. I don't know what it is. I couldn't stand soccer or basketball. Love both of them, but in the Olympics, I'm just not interested. I'd rather see somebody do the fencing or the diving or the gymnastics. Those girls at gymnastics, always love them. Okay, let's talk. We have a guest in studio, Mr. Lonnie Wilson. How are you doing, sir?
I am fine. How are you, sir?
I'm great. He's an activist, committee member of the Fifth Ward Festival, and we are talking about just that, the Fifth Ward Festival. When is it?
It is August 27th at Twiggs Park, which is Dodge and Simpson in Evanston, Illinois.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, where exactly is the Fifth Ward? Pardon me. I live in Chicago. These guys are both Evanston fellows. So I just work here, but I'm starting to really get to know the community a lot. And I questioned myself yesterday, why in the world am I living in Chicago after I've been hanging out in Evanston and the cool people that I've met?
Good question.
It feels pretty chill in Evanston compared to the city. I can tell you that. So where is the Fifth Ward?
Okay, the Fifth Ward, the boundary in my mind is Church Street, Ridge Avenue.
Right.
I think it's Canal Bank, and then a small part right by City Hall.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, this is the inaugural Fifth Ward Festival.
Yes, it is.
Well, good. Congratulations on that. Pulling it together. So this Saturday from noon to 8 p.m., Twiggs Park, that's Simpson Street to Bridge Street. So what are we going to do? What's happening at the Fifth Ward Festival, sir?
Well, I think I'll give you a little history.
Okay, thank you.
The Fifth Ward has gone through some very interesting changes in the last 30 years. A lot of violence, a lot of, young people lost, and we wanted to make the rest of the people in Evanston understand the worth of the Fifth Ward. And so we got a group of Evanston residents, along with Dear Evanston and Citizens for Greener Evanston, and we pulled it together, and we're going to have a big, giant-sized party in the Fifth Ward and show people the worth and what it's about and the people who live there and the value in it.
And this is more than just a Fifth Ward block party too. Like this is also people are going to have booths that teach things that I need to know.
That's right.
Like how to file taxes right, how to
76 informational booths.
That's amazing.
Hey man, I got to tell you, there are a lot of people that don't know a lot of those things, and it can be the difference between your life just being mediocre or it being what you wanted it to be. I met a very successful man just yesterday, and we were at the EPFF, Evanston Police and Fire Foundation golf tournament, and he was like, "Man, I just spent $150 to play golf because these are my friends and stuff," and I was like, "Well, dude, you can write that off. That's 501c3." And he really honestly didn't know. And this is a guy, I'm telling you, he does better than I do, but I guess he just doesn't worry about it. Take the check, go to the bank, do this and that. And there are a lot of skills that it really upsets me that we don't learn in school. I don't know why in God's name we're taking all these tests at some of these schools instead of teaching people, including me. I learned the hard way, man, about how to manage my money. Things like that, how it can work for you, how to contact, people in your community. Who do I need to go to when I have answers? So I'm with you. And I see one of the other things here, mental health care. It's a pretty sick thing that we're doing in this nation where we've turned our prisons into what, health care centers, mental health care centers. And I hear a lot of lip service from all over the place, but I don't know what's being done about it.
Well, you're swinging in my wheelhouse here.
Yeah,
the African American community has generational trauma that they don't deal with, and part of the reason that the young people are acting out and doing the things they do is because over generations we've literally weakened the culture. And it happened here in Evanston. As wonderful as this town is, as resource rich as this town is, it still happens here.
Yeah.
And we need to face some things in this nation, and because there's reasons for gun violence. I'll just always, my catchphrase is poor people do poor people stuff.
Yeah.
And even though that, people think that there's this, abundance of wealth in Evanston, in the Fifth Ward, it's not that case. I think the average income for a white Evastonian is like $137,000.
God.
For the African American community, it's like 37. So there's a big disparity. So,
wow.
It's a resource-rich town, and we just need to figure out how to do something.
This is the most popular thing to say, I don't think, in 2016, but I do believe that angels and prophets walk among us, and we might call them by their name that was given to them by their parents. But I think one of those is clearly Bob Marley, all right? George Carlin was another one, by the way.
Without a doubt.
And he said, a hungry man is an angry man. And people don't realize how truly hungry people are there. People don't realize, like, when you see me on the street, oh, great, you got a big radio show. It's like, hey, why don't you come check with me a couple days before payday and see how rich I am?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
When I'm talking to my wife and kid and trying to make sure that we got enough to get something in his belly, and I'm not kidding. What's up?
We've got a wide variety of booths that are going to be there from local organizations.
Yes.
What are some of those organizations?
We have Northwestern will be there. We have YOU. We have Family Focus. We have the city. We have, I can go on and on. We have some of the churches. We have some of the educational systems. We're trying to show that, one of the things that you just talked about information is that Evanston is this big resource-rich town. But for some reason, the connection to people doesn't get done. Unlike Chicago, these resources don't exist. They exist here in Evanston, and people just don't know about them.
Wow. Well, this is a conversation I think we should keep having. Absolutely. You and I and these guys right here. So let's do it. We're going to air this again before we get out of here and hopefully talk to you soon. I know you got something going on Saturday, but what about we down? Okay.
I think you both should be there.
We'll be there. Fifth Ward Festival this Saturday. That's Simpson Street and Bridge Street. That's at Twiggs Park, noon to 8 p.m. Lonnie Wilson, thank you so much.
Thank you,
See
sir.
you there. French and Friends, 1590 WCGO.
1590 WCGO. Worldwide at 1590WCGO.com. Talk lines are open now at 847-475-1590.
Or we can do it now. Whatever you want to do.
I love the behind-the-scenes stuff. I like a lot. The guys I used to work with who would freak out if anything, one single thing went wrong. Oh, what was that click? What was that noise? What was that little piece of song? Whoa, why were you talking when the mic was open? Why wasn't my mic open?